All right, so now we're inside the crawl space. We're getting ready to finish the install out. We've included 4 Tapcon screws for you, as well as composite shims, so again, nothing to rot. You will need to have your own concrete bit. 5/32 is what you'll need to do to install this, and that's for drilling the pilot holes through the concrete wall to get these Tapcon screws to firmly secure in place. So as you'll see, we got cracks and openings over here. And what we're wanting to do is we're wanting 4 screws, 2 on each side. So a screw here, 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 and here. And that secures it into the foundation wall itself. And we're using the shims to make sure that the door doesn't move, tightens the gaps and stuff like that so it stays in place. So we'll start with our shims and we'll go to the larger cracks first on this side. We'll hit this, then we'll come over here and shim these out as well and get the door installed for you, okay? The quickest and easiest way to do this is to go ahead and break a couple of your shims in half so you have different things to work with. And it's just going to be playing a little bit of Tetris, figuring out what fits into the spot, what gets you where you want to be. And the biggest point I can give you is to not over tighten it, because you're drilling into concrete. So if you wanted to, you can contort this frame to be larger or smaller or out of square. So you just really want to secure it into place. You don't want to over tighten it, okay? So we'll go ahead and get this thing started with a couple of shims and see if we can't get this door locked into place for us. All right, I'll throw that in there. Like I said, you gotta play with it a little bit. See what's gonna get you where you need to be. And then you slide it in, slide it out, get it right there. Just secure, that's all we want right there, nice and snug. So we'll take the drill and the Tapcon screw. First we need to drill our pilot hole. Got our pilot hole in. We'll hold it in place while we grab our screw. We'll take our Tapcon screw. Get it secured in place, okay? So then we just move over to the next one. We come up here to this crack, it's a little smaller, so we're gonna grab a couple of our smaller shims. Figure out what's gonna work for us. Get it in place. Nice and secure. Come over here. Drill our pilot hole. Our Tapcon screw. Screw it in place. And you'll notice that door didn't move at all, and that's what the point of the shims are. If you over tighten anything, you are going to change the shape of the fabric. So just try to keep that in mind. We come over here, we'll do the same thing on this side. We'll figure out what we need to do to fill these holes. We'll drill our pilot hole. Take our Tapcon. One more to go and we have our install. That's where we want her. Pilot hole. Tapcon. Drill in place. At this point, you come over here, take the shims out that you don't need, trim everything up. Bend it back and forth and it will eventually break off for you. If not, just grab a pair of pliers and tear it off. All right, so that's installed on this side. So at this point, you want to foam in these cracks to get you a nice tight seal. It's not required, but it is recommended. This will make sure the door never moves. This will make sure you have a tight seal in case in this crawl space there's some encapsulation, which means it's sealed with a dehumidifier, so conditioned space. And we want a nice tight seal. So you take it, just a can of great stuff that you can get from Lowe's or Home Depot or any other can spray foam insulation. And what you want to do is just run a bead of foam insulation along the cracks at the bottom, top, and the sides, okay? That'll make sure that the door stays in place forever, and that'll make sure that you got a nice tight seal. You don't have to worry about bugs getting in, losing conditioned air, that stuff out there. All right, we'll go to the other side. We'll finish out the install.